Yo, what it do? Hope everyone's having a great week so far. It is Wednesday, one more day, with some more football, and then another 2 days till 49ers, Sunday night football, Broncos at the 49ers, or 49ers at the Broncos, actually. We taking that trip to Denver. Hopefully we can get that dub. Russell Wilson is not looking good so far. But as we know, he's the 49er killer. He just lurks around. We'll take the lead, but we can't really put him away. He'll lurk around in the fourth quarter. And then all of a sudden, we'll almost tackle him. We'll be right there. Nick Bosa, Armstead will be right there, but he'll just escape it, looking like Prime Wilson, and he'll throw deep. And all of a sudden, they get a touchdown and get closer to winning or either win. Let's hope that doesn't come true, but I've seen it too many times, and I'm so glad that he's not in our division anymore. But guess what? First year, he's not in our division. We play them. So, of course, why would it be any other way? Anyways, today I want to talk a little bit more about Jimmy and what I think he has to do to get over the hump and not just get to the Super Bowl, but win it, making those plays to win us the game. Now, maybe he won't have to go above his ceiling that we've seen for the last 5 years because the Niner defense looks as good as ever. Looks as good, maybe even better than 2019. Time will tell, but the secondary looks locked down. Primarily, the biggest person that's coming out right now is Talanoa Hufanga. He's all over the place. I'm so glad that we got him. He was the defensive player of the year in college, and he slipped to us. They made a mistake, and he seems like an overall great guy. If you guys saw, he brought Trey Lance some McDonald's in while Trey Lance is in the hospital. I thought that was funny. He brought him. You see in the corner, he brought him a Happy Meal. I was like, hey, what a guy. But he just easily becoming a fan favorite. He's all over the place, and I might react to some clips of him. I was watching a lot of film of him one on one because that was his knock that he wasn't that fast and couldn't cover, but he was covering Tyler Lockett one on one, and he locked him up the whole time and tipped it, and then tipped it, and then we're able to get the pick. So he can lock up. But anyways, in regards to Jimmy, simply this I'm gonna keep it simple. He has to be better on the deep throws, and maybe Kyle can open up the playbook a little bit more. Like he had plans for Trey, because what was interesting to me after the game, Jimmy said it felt a little like 2017, being able to freestyle a little bit and throw it deep. So I'm like, hey, give him the opportunity again to play like that. Because if you guys remember, granted this is before the ACL tear, in 2017, when he came here, he had the best 6 games that I've seen a quarterback in a while, like randomly just coming to a new team, not knowing the playbook, because he was able to, they had a lot of play action for him. He would roll out of the pocket, not just have the happy feet that he has now and gets down and tackled, but he was able to actually roll out, looking, had protection, had time. He would roll out, boom, 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 through like 3 defenders, through everyone's hands, and perfectly to our receiver in the end zone. It's like, what the hell, bruh? If you remember that one throw he had against the Titans, I think we were down in the game, but he rolled out. He pointed and said, I was like, pay him, pay him that money, because he looked dominant those 6 games. Didn't we win all of them, including against the Jaguars that had the number one rated defense that year, and they thought they were going to be celebrating that game. They thought it was going to be their divisional, celebration, because if they beat us that game, they would have won the division. And that's when Jalen Ramsey got pissed, and we upset them. So if we can maybe open up a little bit, have some more of those play action where he rolls out and throws. Don't. I'm not gonna. I don't have to say this. I shouldn't have to say this, but please don't have him run up the middle, Kyle, and get hit by a bunch of linebackers. But have him roll out. Maybe just to see if he's not that type of player anymore, then fine. He can be the same pocket passer he usually is, which obviously he's primarily going to be. But throwing those plays some more, and I think Jimmy should take more chances down the field, throw it deep. They're not going to bench you for Brock Purdy. Last year had a little more pressure on him because we had Trey Lance on the bench that we just spent 3 first-round picks on. But now I think he can play a little looser. Got a new shoulder, got that successful surgery in the offseason. But if he can be just a little more consistent, along with our secondary being way better, our D line looking as great as 2019, time will tell on that. And we have a lot of depth everywhere, but we just have to hope we stay relatively healthy, because that is the most important thing. Because everything has to go right for you to make it to the Super Bowl, let alone win it. because everyone has to stay healthy. Look at 2019, everyone was relatively healthy. We had all of our big dogs, we had all of our main players in that game. So we just got to stay healthy. Everyone's got to do their job. Hopefully, Jimmy limits the mistakes, has because he always has that Jimmy pick every game. That one, it's like, oh, there's the Jimmy pick. He got out the way because his stats are amazing after he throws a pick for whatever reason. It's like, can he just play like that all the time? But I have my Jimmy G jersey in the closet. But you know what I'm gonna rock this whole year? Trey Lance, because this season is for Trey. Hope we fucking win it all for him, and I hope he gets some appearance when he comes back this potentially comes back this season. They said he can potentially come back week 14, but today Shanahan said that he's going to be out for the whole season. Now, even if he was able to come back and we're rolling with Jimmy, I don't think we would throw Trey in there. That's not fair. If everyone's rolling with Jimmy, and that's not even fair to Trey. He's not going to be prepared. He was rehabbing the whole time, and all of a sudden he's in when when we're about to make playoffs, or maybe we already did clinch. It's like no, that's going to ruin everything. Maybe have him come in if it's potential deep throw, but I've heard fans talk about that. I don't agree. I think just keep Jimmy in there. We'll deal with the offseason and what's going to happen with that after this season, but it's just we're riding with Jimmy this year, as unfortunate as it is because we're so excited for Trey, but it is what it is. So just hopefully we have a good, successful, and healthy season. I'm gonna be making Niners content all year long, so make sure to subscribe if you're new. Leave a like, comment about anything. If you're a fan of another team, comment about that. How do you feel about Jimmy being our QB again? As crazy as it is, this has been an insane offseason and start to season. Probably the craziest in a long, long time. But leave your thoughts on anything football. Let's start a dialogue in the comments. Thank you guys for always supporting, and peace.